Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish back with more Titan Quest. And, I am sorry for last time because, there was no game audio. So hopefully y'all can hear it now. I have double checked to make sure that everything's good, but still, if things get a little quiet, you just let me know and we will fix it because the same thing happened with last episode that happened with episode 8, which is there was a Windows 10 update. You know how we love those. And it reset all of my sound hardware to the defaults. And so my headset and stuff was renamed, and I didn't change it back because I had game audio in my headset, and so I didn't realize that it wasn't picking up in my recording software. We won't do that again, though. This time, you'll be able to hear the awesome music. It won't be as funny when I talk about how great I think it is, and there's just silence while I sit there and expecting you to listen to whatever it is that I'm hearing. And you'll be able to actually hear the voice acting as well, hopefully.
It... it's not right. They attacked us. Why would they attack us? It is not right.
Who attacked you? Let's close some of these other ones up so that way it's... There we go. No. There we go. The scroll bar disappeared. Here we go. Look for clues in the vicinity of the destroyed village. Well, you'll see. Alright.
Giesel! You need to help. Help Giesel. She ran into the woods. I told her to come back, but she just ignored me. I said something horrible to her, but now I am too scared to follow. There are wolves around here, trolls, and then the Einherjar. Please, warrior, protect her. Tell her to come back to me.
No, if you said something awful to her and then you won't even go in there after her, no, she can find somebody else.
My dear Giesel, I don't know what got into her head this time. She never listens to me.
Maybe it's because you bully her. Well, we'll start with a few wolves to warm up. Got a lot of ground to cover in this one. If you're just joining us, we have made it to Scandia. As you can see from the snow, no doubt. And also the frost trolls. So, we've got quite a bit to do because the princess that we followed up here, who came and asked for our help, she's missing. She was supposed to be here before us. So where's she at? Well, her father, the king, is worried that maybe his enemies have captured her. So. Oop. There we go. Oh, I think that might be the last troll tusks that we need. Because if you were here for the previous episode, you'll remember that we found a new arcane formula for an artifact that I have not seen before. And it required troll tusks. Ooh, Claw's Tree Crack, troll hero. Oh, speaking of arcane formula. Come back here. There we go. He's not much of a hero. Haha. I'm holding out for a hero. Troll's Branch, I think that is a staff. We'll find out briefly. Or shortly. What is it briefly? Man, it's been a long day. It's been a long week, but like today was the longest day of the week. So I hope that this brings y'all a little joy and relaxation, this bit of entertainment, because my brain is fried.
No more room.
You know, I believe that. I do believe that, after what we just picked up. Okay, let's see. Man, I keep saying I've got to make a mule character. Trolls branch. Yes. So that is a level 15 club. I don't see a reason to keep that, though. It's a snowy cave. Oh, secret bear. Almost walked right past him. Ooh. Raven warrior, so more Einherjar. And of course, the Aesir's personal guard has turned against their mortal worshippers. So in addition to trolls, occasionally we have to fight, like, you know, ancient heroes from Valhalla. Well, that's really unfortunate for them. Because it turns out, we are the best hero. Okay, floor cache. Now let me see where we're at. Okay, that goes through there. Should come back around. I don't want to lose track because you can see this branches off in like quite a few different directions. There's Giesel up there. We'll just go ahead and head that way. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is where we fight a giant pig. There is Samid. Those little background noises. They add so much. And you can hear them this time. Gosh, I just hate that. Because that's happened twice now, and both times it was with Titan Quest. And both times for the same reason. And you may be wondering why it didn't happen with the Monday stream, when Specific Pixel and I streamed Final Fantasy VII. If you watched that, and if you don't, you should, because he's never played the game before, and he's having a blast with it. And I think that you will too, but it's because we use a mixing program so that both of us can hear out of our separate headsets at the same time. Right? I mean, for real. That makes me think of the 13th Warrior, when Antonio Banderas is like, I cannot partake of fermented wheat, nor of grape. And the Viking's like, it's honey. It's made from honey. And of course he's already had a few, so he thinks that that's hilarious. And then Antonio Banderas got drunk. Okay, there we go. This loops back around. That's what I wanted to do. There's Giesel. Okay, let me go ahead real quick, as much as I hate to. I'm just going to hop back and sell a couple of these things. Which shop is closer? This one, I guess.
Welcome, stranger. Look at our shop. My father is the best smith in town. You'll find no sharper blades.
Oh yeah, this little girl. Let's see. I think that that's it. Yeah, I think that's all. So there's the satyr bones. Those are the ones that we found that require troll tusks, a soul shiver, and a scroll of persuasion. Now we have most of that, just not all of it. Eye of the Heavens. I believe we already have a copy of that formula. Pretty sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me... Oh. Around the wrong way, Starfish. Pop over here to the caravan.
Good day.
Okay, Lupine Claw. Troll Tusks. Okay, we need one more. I was mistaken. Sigurd's Courage. We have a completed one. Now this is new. Essence of Woden's Wisdom. So there we go. Enchants armor and jewelry. It reduces your health, but increases your experience. This is the first such charm or relic that I believe we have come across that actually has a negative to it. There it is. But it kind of makes sense, right? Because Woden, or Odin, gave up his eye for knowledge, you know, and hung from the tree and all that kind of stuff. It's actually interesting to see the narrative that they weave here. Oh yeah, and here's Giesel. She turns into a follower. Then we have to take her back. Yes, it's an escort mission for a sheep. Escort missions are already the worst, like... Where is he? He's down this way, but... Come on, sheep. Didn't put a marker on him. See, no marker.
My little Giesel! You saved her! Thank you so much, stranger. I'll bring her back to town before she gets any funny ideas again.
That was worth 50,000 gold and 30,000 experience. Which is... almost not enough. Whoop. Getting a little bit of lag on the game today. I don't like that. That doesn't bode well for later. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go back this way into the caves because there's another cave exit through here. I want to show you that part too. Look, he's dead. The little star is still hovering. We slew the monster, but we cannot kill his legacy. Whoop. And around this way. This track is kind of like on loop. You'll notice it's the only one that's really playing in this area. But to be honest, I don't mind. Because it's a really good track. Haha. Your battle standard is of no use against us. We are the superior hero. Draugr. And I think I mentioned last time when we encountered a few of these that's like, by now I'm sure you've played Skyrim, or if not, you've heard of it. You've felt its cultural impact because it's been ported to everything up to and including calculators. And so you know what Draugr are, right? The Norse undead. Dried up old Viking zombies. Oh no, a battleground. And a bear! It's us. We were the battle. Another bear. So many bears. It's winter. Why are you not hibernating? Why are you out fighting me? Oh. Ah! Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. You actually have to watch your camera control here, because if you zoom in like this, where like this is taking up the whole screen, if I click here, it won't really let me move. I have to actually click over here somewhere where I can go. So you have to manipulate the camera a little bit in order to get out of there. You'll get kind of stuck. Yeah, it was. And your last one, too. Big mistake, he said, for those of you who couldn't hear. Kill him? That's a little meta. I don't know what you're looking at, but the Godsbane is a lady. We are a lady, folks. This guy's got terrible eyesight. Oop. Oh. Haha. One Einherjar in the hand is worth a 2 in the bush. So here's the destroyed village. Very unfortunate. A woolen scarf. Yeah. There's our clue to update that quest. Unfortunate. You hate to see it. Clear a few of these guys out. This battlefield extends for quite a ways. Now, let me show you where it links back up. Yeah, like over there's the torches, right? So, this is all kind of part and parcel. Well, you'll see. I won't spoil and explain the entire map, like just to have something to say. Let's take a look at that woolen scarf. A fluffy, warm scarf made of sheep's wool. Well, that's not super descriptive. It literally is what it says on the tin. I couldn't remember if it said something special. If it just said that. There it is again. Kill him! It must be talking about our nightmare. Leave him alone. He's just a little guy. Oh, more water spirits. Nickers. Instead of Nixies. Ah, that still gets me every time. More torches. See, it all kind of links back up together. If there's one thing that these snowy environments are great for, it's the gamma. Because yes, this is all blue filters, but at least for me, in a lot of these places, the night cycles can be a little difficult to see, like fine detail and so forth in. And hopefully it's not too bad for y'all who are watching from afar, but you never know. I always worry about that. So if you have trouble seeing for any reason, you just let me know. Okay. Yeah, now we're just going to follow the road. I'd turn that off to turn it right back on. I don't know why I even bother turning it off anymore, really. Go. More torches. See, we're supposed to go this whole way around, because this all kind of links back up, so it's just one big sprawling area. See, here's a place that we've already been, and over here is some area that we haven't, but it's all basically one huge forest. And those torches tell us, like, that there's MSQ all over the place. Yeah, say the trolls. Primal Antiochs. I can't see the word primal anymore without thinking of Final Fantasy XIV, and that means, you know, like, it's also difficult to take it seriously. Because someone's just like, oh, primal, oh no! And you're just, as the warrior of light, like, again. That's the 10th god I've slain today. Rebirth Fountain. I feel like that's a little bit of a weird place for a rebirth fountain, just because, see, you can see where all of this kind of comes back together. This is the area that we didn't go earlier. These guys hit decently hard, so it's nice when the Confusion Ray takes one of them off of me. Woden's Wisdom. Hey, another one. That's 2 already, so at this rate, we may have a completed relic by the end of the stream. Dare I hope? Love that tree. And this is just literally a hill that goes over, connects the 2 areas. Okay, now let's see. Alright, so we still have to go back and go that way. This is going to go up through here and kind of connect with all of this, so we'll head down like towards the south first in order to just link that back up. Got to clear out all of this zone before we move on to make sure we don't miss anything. We've already had a couple of good drops, and we haven't had a blue item yet. Oop. We're staying pretty well topped off on healing potions, though, which I appreciate. Oh, the Barrowlands. Oh, that's right. Okay, this is where that goes. So this is just going to be full of Draugr. But we also, we have some stuff that we have to do here. Because last episode we spoke to an aging woman who said that she was supposed to be related to an ancient king. And she had his symbol, and she wanted us to bring something from his barrow back to her so that she could prove that it actually was his emblem. And then people in town would stop making fun of her for claiming that lineage. So, let's head in here. Each one of the barrows is going to be like an individual little, like 2 or 3 room mini dungeon kind of thing. Oh, goodness. There we go, and you'll see some of these Draugr. They have 2 forms. You'll see them transform into bloated Draugr when you kill them, which have a whole separate, discrete set of hit points. They're pretty tough, like physically. And then, of course, we're already there again. And, go. And they're going to try and poison you as they die, so even killing them, they're like the toxic zombies from earlier that we faced, where they're going to create a damage over time cloud for you to stand in as you fight them. You, buy our stuff.
Roots frown upon men who study free as magic. They say it's dishonorable. But how can power be shameful?
Let's see. That's not bad. It's not great for level 28 armor though, and it's certainly not better than what we have. Now this. I think we were debating about actually wearing that. Actually, because it's more armor. Well, not with the enchantment. It's slightly more armor. But it's energy leech resistance, a scaling bonus to intelligence, which over time has become our lowest stat, and then also a small boost to energy regeneration, but most importantly, 8% increased experience. Our armor does go down very slightly because this has the, it has the bonus to armor and also that bonus to defensive ability. Now, the Warhorn, the free Warhorn that we get when our health drops to low, I'm willing to let that go. But the trade-off here is if we want to switch helmets, we have to recover that Crystal of Erebus because it is a one-of-a-kind charm that is very difficult to replace. We'd have to go through Immortal Throne again and actually, like, destroy all of the crystals in order to farm more Crystal of Erebus. So we will have to destroy this helmet in order to get the charm back and put it in this other one. So what do you think? Should we change? Because that is a pretty hefty boost to intelligence. And we're only losing 13 armor. It does look a little silly, but then, like, a lot of equipment looks a little silly. Okay, it looks a lot silly, honestly.
You were never here.
Well, it's a good question. We're not using it right now, but some of our equipment actually does still require intelligence, even though we are primarily a warrior. Yeah. You saw. You saw. Okay, let me go ahead and combine those as well. Oh, that's where it went. 2 of those embossed silver plates. That's what's taken up most of our inventory, to be honest.
Don't die in that cold.
Okay, let me go out here. We'll find that survivor from earlier. We'll turn this into her real quick.
The scarf. My husband's. No. Oh, please, no.
Yeah. Unfortunate. And that is the end of that quest. So, yes. Tragic. Dislike. Hate it. Alright, we're going to head back over here to the portal and go back to the barrows. And yeah, I'm of 2 minds about that helmet because the intelligence boost is nice. But...
Your inventory is full.
Oh my god. There. Are you satisfied? But it's the 8% gain to experience that I'm really interested in. That's the important part. And that's worth giving up quite a bit to get that bonus. But at the same time, is it worth giving up everything that we have? I don't know. I'm going to let y'all decide which of the 2 ridiculous looking helmets you would rather wear. You can make that call by the end of the stream and we'll switch to the other one if you want to, or we'll keep this one. There we go. So you just have to go all the way around through the Barrow Downs in order for this to link back up. I think you're really intended to go to the Barrow Downs first because of like where this is located and stuff, the way the map is laid out, but it's whatevs.
Fine weather we have today, is it not? Almost too peaceful. Though you look like you come from warmer parts. Hellas, you say? Never heard of it.
Not Hellas, Helios, which is the very first village in the game where you actually start a new character. So that's a cute little nod to where we came from. Okay, now back out into the Barrow Downs. So now you can see we have completed that whole loop, right? It may look like there's something there. I don't think that there actually is. We can check on the way back around. I think that that's actually just kind of a red herring, though. Skeletons. Skeletons everywhere. With their giant round shields, just like in Skyrim. And you'll see how they're denoted up top, where, you know, it's either frozen corpse, peasant, frozen corpse, warrior, frozen corpse, some other thing, mage, you know, king, whatever. Ooh, hey, oh. I got excited. We got a blue drop. I still can't be mad, but it's another Templar Zeal. I think we're literally carrying 2 of those. So that is our 3rd set of Templar Zeal. I'm gonna have to. That'll have to be my mule character. I'll have to use those masteries. Now you see, that's Persephone's tears are coming in really handy. All of a sudden. That is the one. I hate that aura. You can see it over there draining our energy. And it was just flickering like mad while I was trying to click and hold down because, of course, Onslaught, one of the downsides of switching to it from Psionic Touch is that Psionic Touch is free, and Onslaught requires 1 energy per attack. That's another good reason, like, why we should have a high intelligence, is because we have to remember, we're still wizards, technically. Right? Because we have the Dream Mastery, so warfare or no warfare, we have to have high energy regeneration, because we have a bunch of different abilities from both Warfare and Dream that actually increase our rate of attack. And so that means that we hit faster with Onslaught, and therefore it drains our energy more quickly. And you can see that kind of pale greenish aura that they exude. And it's got a lot of distance on it, and of course it does stack. Oh, okay, I'm going to tense up. Ugh. Why does that get me every time? Even when I'm ready for it. Okay. This way. Ah, this is the big one. You can see the quest marker already, I'm sure. Uh-oh. Loaded drogs everywhere, and they got our little nightmare. No. Can't be without my buddy. Anything good? Cash and healing. Can't be upset about that. And here he is. There we go. I'm just going to go all out on this guy. We're going whole hog. All the summons. And we will stand in the battle standard and fight him together. Because he is pretty tough. And the thing is, he has this. He has a second form just like all of the other Draugr spellcasters. There we go. Thanks, guys. Thank you, summons. Oh,
You can't carry it.
there's the ancient breastplate. We'll get rid of that. I didn't mean to pick that up anyway. Take that instead. Much better. Ooh, 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 ooh.
You have no more room.
Oh my. No. No. Ugh. Get out.
You can't carry anymore.
I'm gonna. My inventory. What even is this? Soul Spike. Okay, there's so many of these. Oh my gosh. Okay, we will come back. So let's see. This. Ooh, this is a set item. I've not seen this one. Panoply of the Moirai. Now the Moirai, those are the Grey Sisters, remember? We fought them back in Greece during the Immortal Throne expansion. And they're also just like the Fates in general, kind of. 40% life leech. Health drain, attack speed. That's a really good spear. That's a really good spear. But yeah, the Moirai are... No, they're not. I said they're the Grey Sisters. They're not the Grey Sisters. That's the Fates. Atropos, Clotho, and Lachesis. Lachesis. The Greek Norns, if you will. Okay, now... Okay, first things first. Let's go up here and we'll turn in this quest. We'll get that big bulky armor out of our inventory.
What do you have there? A piece of armor? Wait. Really? Oh. And do you see? The emblem matches my family's brooch, just like I said. Brave warrior, you shouldn't have. Why are you risking so much for one like me at a time like this? I'd say the gods shall protect you if things were different. But with heroes like you around, there may still be hope for us. Let me thank you.
Here we go. Another nice chunk of experience. We're moving right along. Hopefully we'll level up in this stream.
Decapitate 2 men in one swing.
Could decapitate 2 men in one swing. That's not bad, but we're not keeping it. Oh gosh, I have so much stuff. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Okay, well at least we can pick up the other thing. I wonder... Why is my map not centering? There we go. Oh, okay. Sometimes it hangs up like that. That is a known, like, glitch. Let me see if I can turn in the 2 pieces I have.
I suspect some of our Germanic brethren took this cauldron apart, fearing a power they could not understand. While some of them kept the pieces, others scattered them elsewhere. But even then, they could be anywhere north of Glauberg.
Okay, so we just have to hold on to those, apparently. I was really hoping we could turn in the 2 that we have, but...
Good day.
Well, don't act happy to see us or anything, my guy. Do I have any room anywhere? I am literally so full. I've got to get rid of some of this stuff. Some of the green items, if nothing else. I'm keeping so much stuff because it does have good bonuses for its level or whatever, but the thing is, like this. This is level 8 armor. It's good level 8 armor, but it's still level 8 armor. And, like, this is level 7. See, we have so much stuff. And most of it... Like the Cyclops Club, for example. That's a yellow item. I don't even know why I have that. Because it can be hard to replace, I guess. And some, like this is a little more justifiable, right? It's level 18, it's a good shield, but most importantly, it's +1 to all skills and defense mastery. But this is just, it's just like decent damage is all that is. Okay, another copy of Darkseer, we can put that in there. And here we go, I'll put that there. Grab these, grab that. Yeah, because that's Nature and Rune. This is the Boreman Cuirass. I guess we'll put one of the Templar Zeals in there. And then I guess we can put that one over there. And that gives us a little bit of room. Okay. Well, that's enough for now.
Hard to find the road in that cursed fog.
Our spears pierced the head of a man like a head of cabbage.
What accent even was that? Are you okay, little girl?
Slay some trolls for me, will you?
That was much better. I don't know what that last thing was supposed to be. What even was that line? Okay. Restless King. Magic Cauldron. Okay, we gotta go back and get that other blue item. The Rings of something. I hate leaving something like that lying because, like, if it's not in our inventory, imagine, right, that, like, the game were to crap out on me right now and quit to desktop or something, that would just be gone because it wasn't in our inventory. So all of this scattered, like, treasure that's lying on the ground would just disappear. And this is one I don't think I've ever seen before. Maybe I have. Rings of the Rhine. It sounds familiar. 40% cold resistance, 42% shield block chance. That's a total of 66. That's good. Massive bonus to defensive ability, reduction to all requirements, plus 15% increased experience, minus 15% recharge. That is a really good shield. That's so good. That's so good. But it's also level 42. I mean, I guess that's a level 42 shield. We're level 43. If we had the defense mastery, I mean, I guess I would use that. But we don't, so we'll go to the mule. Boom. Okay, we've got a couple more barrows that we're going to raid because they do have treasure in there. And you saw they could have blue drops. Oh, another speed lag. I dislike that. Come on. Drop some spectral matter. No? Oh, well. Oh, that was too perfect. So many of them to be hit by distort reality. Yes. Good. Good. And yes, you can use the alt weapon slots as storage. I could equip something in there. But then, you know, I can only carry 1 or 2 items. And what's more important is, like, that's very sensible right up until I forget that they're there. Which I will. Because we have not been using ranged attacks or anything in this game, so I have had no reason to switch. And so I will absolutely 100% just forget. Okay, there is our third embossed silver plate, which is another reason we wanted to come down here. So we just have one more to go. But yeah, if I have to, you know, like I can, out of desperation, I can switch over and... Oh, see, look! Look! Look at this. This is a level 1 staff. I think we picked that up and maybe auto-equipped it in that alternate slot way back at the very beginning of the game when we fought, like, the Satyr Shaman or something. I literally did not even know that was there. Wow. That's so funny. That is so funny. So, we've already been using that slot the whole time. And I just now found out about it. As I was level 43 when I found out that we've been carrying a staff through the entire game. So see, there's the proof in the pudding. It's not extra storage, it's just an extra place to forget about something. Probably something important, considering that I don't even pick anything up unless it's green or better at this level. No, go down, go down. Pathfinding gets wonky on stairs. It's one of my few complaints with the movement in this game. Because it does move pretty smoothly. If you have a decent machine to run it on, then of course any game can have its bad days. You've seen this one, you know, kind of spiking just a little bit with some lag. But if you have a decent machine, most of the time when the game is behaving itself, you know, it runs like butter. Okay, I'm gonna go up this way, but not on stairs. Never on stairs. Come back here. There we go. Stairs are not your friend in this game. Stairs and ramps. Okay. All the way around this way. Run, 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 run. We're running, we're running. This is the dead end. Down here's where I wanted to check. I think it's also a dead end, but it might not be. It's not. Oh, it is. It is a dead end. But there's also a chest that I didn't get, so. Floor cache. Okay, phew. So we have cleared out a lot. So this is the other end of the battlefield there, right? That's all a dead end. And we've linked all of this down here. And torches. Both sides over here. So this is going to loop around and combine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the near end because we need to go north. I'm going to... Oh, that's a moose scratching its ear. I thought there was a bird stuck in a tree. I was about to make so much fun of it. And then it would have been me. I would have been the fool. But yeah, let's...
Yes, stranger.
Okay, don't need that. Don't need that. Do we have anything else? This. Aha. Okay, now. It's not going to be better. I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to sell it. It's not going to be better. Oh, well. I think, you know, we quit a long time ago picking up anything that wasn't at least green quality. So I'm not picking up yellow items anymore. I think we might be to the point now where, just to minimize the amount of inventory Tetris I have to play, or the number of mule characters I have to create, I may have to stop picking up anything that isn't at least blue. Like, I may have to just stop picking up green items. I can still check them, and then, but if they're not better than what we have, then I can just throw them back down. Okay, Frozen River. Talk about whitewater. Alright. Trolls. It's a whole bunch of trolls. These trolls are taking a toll on me. Get out of here. Boot this back up, and we'll just pick up where we left off. No harm done. I tell you what, poor Titan Quest, for some reason, just the Thursday stream has always been the one that's plagued with technical difficulties. Once or twice, on the Monday streams with my husband, we have had a couple of technical difficulties with Final Fantasy VII. And then I have had some, like, behind-the-scenes mishaps or challenges with the Saturday series. But... Okay, good, and we just hit this, too. But for the most part, they have been fairly minimal. Okay, good. We still have all of our stuff. The game is very good about that. It's something that I really appreciate about Titan Quest, is that when the game crashes, it auto-saves the hell out of itself, and I love that in a game. Yeah, Rune Mastery is the newest one, even though Atlantis came out after Ragnarok. Atlantis did not add a mastery. So that means that the last one that they added was Rune. And that's the one that I have also played the least with. So, I don't know a whole lot about it, other than it also does dual wielding, so it stacks well with Warfare. But if you want to play something, you know, kind of melee focused, but still have some field control, some buffs, some magic, then Rune is great for that as well. Oh, Rumpelstiltskin. We already killed him once. I'm not even going to buff for this. There we go. And I really like that it has a lot of, like, the ice mines that you can put on the ground and that kind of thing, because that's something that was missing from a lot of the other masteries. It's just not a really prevalent type of ability. But yeah, Titan Quest is good. Every combination is very playable. They're all very enjoyable. And I appreciate that because it makes the game accessible. No matter what your playstyle is, there is a combination of masteries that you can find to suit it. And yeah, Nature and Rune is a really solid one. And in fact, I think we actually picked up a blue item here that that was Nature and Rune. I think those were the armbands that I put away, I believe. I will look next time I go to the caravan, because inevitably I will wind up there at least once more, I'm certain, before the stream is over. But yeah, there are just so many different combinations. And I will say this too, if you haven't tried it, of course, there's so much replayability in Titan Quest that if you really enjoy the game, you could just play it over and over, you know, until hell froze over, honestly. But if you are looking for something else to play in the same vein, with a lot of the same features, you could do worse than to try Grim Dawn, which I have mentioned on this stream before. It is made by the same people, even though Iron Lore went under, and so Titan Quest, the IP, was like purchased by the current studio, and new people, for the most part, are the ones who have done Ragnarok, and they've done like the console ports and the remastered version, and they're the ones who've done Atlantis and so forth. Grim Dawn was done by a bunch of the original developers, and it is very good. A lot of quality of life changes from this one with a lot of the same spirit. Yeah, getting those full sets of items, man, that is an achievement all by itself, because it can be really hard to find some of those. Because you just can't control the drop rate, so like all you can do is farm and hope, and you know, keep the items when they drop. And that way, eventually, when you do wind up with a full set of something, you know, you can put it somewhere. Okay, can I pick that up? Yes, good. So I don't have to go back to town right away, anyway. Get this other Neeker. Neeker? I think it's Neeker. Niker, maybe? Ah! Why am I having so much trouble targeting you? That's not the game, that's just me. Oh yes, please group up. Please. Please stand within a 12-yard radius of me. I beg you. Okay. That's going to go on around until it joins up with the battlefield, so we want to go back down the other way first before we get too carried away in a northeasterly direction. Wolves. Oh, they make such sad noises when they die. Sad wolf honks. Yes. Yeah, this is a Dream and Warfare build. Selected by the viewers. Dream was our first mastery, and then we added Warfare on top of it. So we do a lot of basically running up to people and dual wielding at them while Distort Reality is on cooldown. That's how that works. Alright, check this out. Dream is one of those that goes well with anything because it's very versatile in and of itself, but also it just was kind of unbalanced when it was released in Immortal Throne, and they never fixed it. And more power to them, honestly, because I like Dream the way it is. Especially because of that versatility, there are so many different ways to play with each of the individual masteries and with different combinations. So like if we wanted to focus more on melee than we already are, we could respec with this one, and I could use like that teleport attack that they have instead of Distort Reality or something. We already did have Psionic Touch, and I've switched to Onslaught, and that's done a little bit better for us for reasons. Okay, now I know that I can get this to fit. Can't I? Please? 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 It's the spear that's doing it. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Okay. So, yeah, this is it. This is where I'm just going to have to start picking and choosing. And honestly, you know, I choose not to see this as a bad thing. I habitually pick up green items because you never know what might be better, right, than what you have on. Wait a minute, what was that? Get back in there. Oh, okay. It's just a weird patch on the map that's like not really on the auto map. But anyway, you know, it's character development, right? We're level 43, almost level 44. So I habitually pick up all of these green items. But if we have just brought our character finally to a level where we don't need to, or where it's becoming a hassle, then hey, that just shows how far into the game we've gotten. Because yeah, I'm the same way, right? I pick up everything, and I need to make mule characters to empty this character's inventory is what I absolutely must do. I said I was going to do it so many times. I said I was for sure going to do it last stream. And I didn't. I got distracted by our hardware difficulties and the fact that, like, when I turned the stream off and checked my recording, I found out that You know, whoops, no game audio. So yeah, because like that's my philosophy too, is it all sells. Even if I'm not going to equip it, right? It's just, treasure is like bearer's bonds. It liquidates into cash, and you can always use cash. But I have said over and over and over again that I was going to create a mule character, and so I'm going to do that this time after I end the stream. I'm not even going to turn the game off. I'm going to create another character, and the first thing I'm going to do is just jump straight in and grab everything out of the transfer area in the caravan and take all of that stuff so that it's done. And then I will have all that inventory space back for this character. Ah, these Anteox. There we go. They're always so much more powerful than I expect them to be, so... yes, somewhere there is a mod for that. We talked a little bit about mods, and trainers. I think it was in the last episode, although it may have been in the one before that, because I was remembering that there used to be a mod you can get, and this was back in the days before Steam Workshop was a thing, so, like, this was something that just kind of circulated on fan download sites, that you had to find for yourself. But there was a mod where it just created a big armory room. There we go, and there's the other set of torches. We have looped all the way back around, so now we're good. And it allowed you to go in and you could just find any blue item in the game that you wanted, all of the unique stuff and set items, and you could just grab them and equip on your character, and then of course you would export that character, or you would just change campaigns when you went back to single player mode, and you would have all of that stuff because it's saved directly to your character. And that was a really cool, neat idea at the time, of course. And I'm sure stuff like that still exists. I'm playing unmodded, so I don't have anything like that currently installed, but don't think that it hasn't crossed my mind. Because inventory space... See, like, there's some more... I'm not going to pick those up. I'm resisting the temptation. I'm not going to pick that up either. Now that... Okay, come on, game. Now you're just throwing stuff at me to be mean. Honestly. Yeah, no, I mean... I think that there is too much thrill for me in... Like, when you see an item drop, like you kill a boss or you open a treasure chest after a hard fight, or even when you just kill some mook. Sometimes that's almost better. You just kill some low-level nobody, and they spew out a blue item. And you just really can't replicate that, that feeling by going in and effectively just loading all of the best gear onto your character. It's kind of like... I guess there's a merit to it, you know? Yeah, see, that's what I prefer to do. I would rather let my vault, insofar as I have one, is just full of stuff that I have legitimately acquired throughout the game. So, like, everything that I've got, y'all have seen me pick it up as we have played together. And so I'm going to have to create some alt characters just to store it, but it will all still be stuff that we have actually earned. Okay, this loops back around this way, so I don't have to backtrack. But it's kind of like, I think I've said before, my rule for using, like, cheats and debug consoles and things in games is that I think it's okay if you want to, or if you're having a really rough time with the game or something and you need to, like maybe you just cannot get past a certain point and it becomes a necessity for you to continue having fun or for you to have a good experience, go for it. Or it's kind of like spoilers in books and movies. Like, if they don't bother you, that's great. They bother me, though, so, like, I don't use them. Yeah, I've played with friends and family in multiplayer myself, and it is a lot of fun. It adds a lot to the game, just like with any game of this type. The Switch port is a little awkward. They're working on the control scheme. They've already made some improvements, but I really enjoyed playing it with specific pixel. And that's really what sold me on it, because the controls were honestly just so not great compared to the PC version that I don't think I would have struggled to get good at it if I was not playing with somebody else. Okay, there's the thing I was thinking of earlier. So we'll head down this way. This place is just so sprawling. There's so much. But yeah, it's and it makes the game challenging too in new ways, because all of the monsters get stronger, and sometimes that's all you need. You know, if you just up a monster's stats and don't give it any new special abilities, just, you know, make it hit harder and give it more hit points, then that's enough of a game changer by itself. That is not what a Kelpie looks like. And so whenever somebody joins the game and you get that message that pops up and says, you know, everything's gotten stronger. So. Really?
Very nice.
Hey. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself enough to stay. Although I'm sad to hear that I might be the only person who's streaming Titan Quest. Surely not, with as many people as there are out on Twitch and just, like, in the world in general. But maybe we can change that, because one of my goals is to, like, the reason I picked these games is I want to show off to other people that they are a lot of fun, even all these years later, and I'm hoping that some other folks will get inspired to pick it up and give it a try. Hey, well, I definitely really appreciate that. Absolutely. Feel free to rate us anytime. Oop. Oop. Whew-wee. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop a buff for these guys. Oh my god, because look, there's so many different overlapping energy drain auras. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I am chugging down potions like there is no tomorrow. There we go. Pause some of their damage so I can get in some of my own. But yeah, like I want other people to stream this. I want other people to be interested enough to want to pick it up and play it for themselves, because it's great. It's a good game. Hey, listen. To me, any support matters. Any support is good support. Because that just means that I'm achieving my goal of bringing a good time to people. And that's all I really care about. That's what I'm here for. So it doesn't matter if it's just you, or if you have 1,000 followers and you want to raid me with all of them. One person to me is just as important as 10 people or 100 people. Honestly, every follower that I get is a miracle to me. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and I still treasure each and every one of my followers, all the way back from the first to, I think you make 54, if my count is correct. And some people would say those aren't impressive numbers, but they're impressive to me. Impressive that we've kept this up long enough to reach those numbers. And impressive enough that it makes me want to keep going. I'm glad that means 54 other people are having a good time with these old retro games. Floor cache. Go follow this path back to its terminus here. Whoop. Ah! Those water spirits. Oh, that's and an Antioch. That's a bad combo. I'm gonna have a bad time. Okay, that's one down. There we go. Shoot. Those water spirits, they hit so much harder than I feel like they should. Well, no, that's not true. They don't hit harder than I think they should. They're spellcasters, and they should hit hard. Whew. They just hit harder than I want them to hit me. Than I want to be hit. Okay, there we go. We've got all of that. All of that. We did that cave. All of that. So, and we did that cave. Yep, okay. This is the way now. There we go. I'm just checking to make sure that we haven't missed anything. Yep, come on, group up. Group hug. Group hug. I love the confusion effect when they'll just turn and like attack nothing. I appreciate that. Like that guy just turned and just threw a rock at the ground angrily because he couldn't hit me. Whew. More floor cache. Okay. I'll loop around and grab this. I hate having that fog of war on the map. Whew-wee. Hey, well, I appreciate that. I certainly do. Like I said, I treasure every person who watches me because, to me, like, it's all a whole different experience. I've played these games, every game that's been on the channel so far, except for Betrayal in Antara, the one that I'm playing on Saturdays right now. That is my first, blind Let's Play on the channel that y'all chose for us. But everything else I've played at least once. But it really is a different experience to do it in this fashion with other folks. It is very different in a way that I have come to love. So, and what's this? You see our quest marker up there, folks? Could it be? Yes. It is the fourth and final embossed silver plate. And, ooh, 15% less damage from ghosts. That's cute, but we have Persephone's Tears. There we go. Okay, now we can complete that quest, and that's going to give us a whole backpack of inventory space back. And, well, night fell pretty quickly while we were up there. Phew-wee. Man. Stand still so I can hit you. How am I supposed to build stacks of onslaught if I can't hit you? Okay. Okay. So, now, we've already marked that rebirth fountain. I'm going to head back to town. We're going to turn in that quest before we do anything else, because we need those inventory slots. Folks, can you feel it? Can you feel the delicious backpack space opening up? Delicious backpack space. Tasty, tasty inventory. All right. Sell some of this junk. There's that good track.
Look at our shop. My father is the best smith in town. You'll find no shattered plates.
And I think that that's everything that I was going to sell anyway. Yep, that's it. Okay.
Come back soon.
So now we're going to go right back down here to the cave. Now.
You have brought me all the plates?
Yes, we have.
With that, the cauldron will be restored?
And I will have my reward.
Do you see this? Oh, the magic this may contain. Here, You have earned a good reward.
Oh man, that maniacal laughter did not inspire confidence. So, we got a blue item from that.
For years I have been working to assemble the pieces, and with your help I finally did it. We will have to study what precisely this cauldron is capable of, but I am certain it will be of help in these dark times.
Yeah, so she does mean well, but still, between that and her accent. So here it is. The Faxi staff, Foxy maybe? Foxy staff. So it is a bunch of poison damage. Small chance of a 128% reduction to enemies' health. So that means that there is a 2% chance that you just outright kill somebody. 21 vitality damage, 300 health, 1.4 energy regeneration per second, minus 29% recharge, +1 to everything in both Earth and Rune Mastery. It gives you Briar Ward, which is a shielding spell from nature, and all of your pets get 10% physical resistance. Folks, that is a staff and a half. Now, if only we were using Earth and Rune Mastery. Oh well, we'll give it a good home on an alt. Okay. Right back to our portal stone. Phew-wee. Okay. So now we just follow the road. Dun 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 dun. That music is so good. That track slaps. It goes so much harder than it needs to. Just that, like... Ah, those strings. And those horns. And that drum. Alright, it's been a while since we saw Yeren. It's been since Asia, in fact. Alright, now here, coming up, is... I said earlier there was going to be a pig. I called it earlier. Or too early, I should say. The pig is up here. There we go. Hildisvini, the golden boar. We've got allies, though. Come on. Look at that. Haha. Didn't get to hear much of that battle music. Nice. And we got a golden orb. Boop. Yes! Yes! Look at that. See? That's what I mean. Like, you can cheat and get these items, and if that doesn't bother you, that's fine. But there is just nothing like earning them for yourself and having them drop like that. Just that feeling of oomph. Yes, I fought that battle. I defeated that pig. That magic pig. It was me. Alright, let's see what these are, because some of these I think we might not have had before. Okay, Carnix. I don't think I've seen this one. Requires completed Blood Rage, which we don't have. Essence of Opponent's Horses, which we do, if we need it. And a Scroll of Primal Chaos. Gives you a 5% chance of Skill Disruption, Fear, 50% Sleep Resistance, +2 to Warhorn, +2 to Flesh Out, 10% Shield Block chance, and grants Rally from Defense, as well as a tidy little bonus to all of our pets. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Not for us, I don't think, but it still is good. And I like to see new artifacts, because that reminds me that there's still so much material in this game that I have not seen or covered. Maybe not levels, but like treasure, surely. Okay, the Teutoburg Tunic, 140 armor. Oh, this might finally be our upgrade. 25% pierce resistance, 55 cold, 28 poison, plus 38 dexterity. 10% chance to dodge attacks and projectiles, 57% increase in projectile speed. Wow, if you were an archer, oh my gosh, and +2 to reckless offense. Also, whenever you take range damage, it automatically activates Briar Ward. Very nice. Very nice. Now, reckless offense. We don't have that because it wasn't lit up yellow to show us that the bonus would apply. But I think that that's... Is it not? No? I was thinking that that was a warfare skill, but I guess I must be mistaken. Okay, well, nonetheless, that still is really good armor. I don't know if it's the upgrade we're looking for, though. Maybe? Okay, 58%, or 586. What? 58%? Why did I say that? Why did you read it that way, brain? So, this over here, of course, the spell energy absorption is great. Health, energy regeneration, defensive ability, it's all great. +2 to summon Nightmare, great. The 18% armor protection is really why we're still using Darkseer. So let's see if this finally, because we've come close. A couple of times we've come close. Let's see if this finally pushes it over the edge. No. Takes it down to 565. Wow. So the protections are still good. Like, that's worth it. And I love the 10% chance to dodge. Because that will stack with what we already have, which is great. And, I mean, in the end, if your armor goes down a little bit, isn't that okay if you're actually not getting hit most of the time? Breastplate of Morta. 96 armor. Oh, this is part of the panoply of the Moirai. So this goes with the Soul Spike. Hey! 39% pierce resistance, fire resistance... Life Leech Retaliation, strength, dexterity, offensive ability. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, this is below our level. This is level 29 and 30 equipment, and it has the stats to go with that. But that's still really solid. And once again, I'm glad to see some stuff that I've not seen before. Oh, there we go. Have to break that log. I forgot. I was like, why are you not moving? Oh, new track. Sounds like a mouth harp. Bow, wow, wow, wow. Oh, a shrine of Woden.
You kill my boar and desecrate this place, foreigner. Don't you know it belongs to the Aesir? Your friend is not here. Not that it matters to you, because you have forfeit your life.
Doodly-doo.
The thread of your destiny ends here. Warriors of Folkvang, attack!
Freya.
How dare you kill my boar?
Aesir goddess. So, now we have met Freya. And yes, that was her boar. If you know the legends, she has the magical, like, rune-scribed, metal-hided boar. Metal-skinned boar, I should say. Well, if that's how she's gonna be... Ooh, there we go. Shoo! Man, some of these Einherjar are not to be trifled with. Phew! There we go. That was closer than I wanted it to be. A broken spear. Okay. Reckless power. I am going to pick that up and at least see if it's any good. I'll need that from... Let's see. 74 damage, plus 34% physical damage, 8% strength. Plus 9% attack speed. That's pretty good, but that -1 health regeneration. I mean, we would still have a net gain, but... Oh, no. Oh, I think we finally found it, folks. Oh, wow, after all this time. Even with the negative health regeneration, I think we have finally found an upgrade from Sabretooth. Holy crap. it has taken us this long. We got this all the way back in Act 3. This is a level 22 weapon. This is technically a level 11 weapon, actually. Look at that. But it's taken us 20 levels. Wow. Okay, well, we have to take it, right? That's the first damage increase we've had since we got the Foreman. So let's see. This is going to take us 257, 392. That's going to take us up to 339 and 434. Okay, so our DPS goes up more if we replace the hammer, and that makes sense because we're replacing a slow weapon with a fast weapon. But our average damage goes up way more if we replace Sabretooth. But there's 40 points of difference in our DPS. So maybe we should be replacing the hammer and not Sabretooth. Oof. Man, because that's even with the offensive ability and the dexterity and everything. Man, I'll miss Soul Crush, but I think that might be the way to go. Okay, well, before we do anything, can I rearrange a little? Okay, there we go. I can put that shield there. I want to pick up that broken spear, but I don't know for sure if we've got the inventory space. Okay, we do, thank goodness. That looks like Eva's weapon, snapped in half. Uh-oh, so we are hot on the trail. Okay, let's go. Let us in. Let us in. Let me in. Why are you like that? Oh, floor cache. There we go. Okay, I think we have to take that back. That actually is a dead end. If I remember correctly, yes, we have to go back and talk to him. Okay, so we've got to go back to town anyway. Then we'll just do that, and then we can manipulate our inventory if we're going to. Might have to drop a couple more green items from our caravan in order to put that hammer over there, if we're going to be using that sword. See, this is why I was reluctant to stop picking up green items, because some of them can still be good. Alright, let's sell our junk.
Stranger.
Which I think we have none of. Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Yes, all your stuff is here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, now Lupine Claw is what we had in here. Because we were willing to sacrifice that, you know, and leave it in Sabretooth. You know, one way or the other, whether we needed to pull the charm out and replace it with something better because we found something better, or if, you know, if we had to ditch Sabretooth, which I didn't want to do. So let's see. This 8% attack speed is not bad. I'm thinking of what we could put in this sword here. And I'm thinking another Lupine Claw, actually. Because we have so many of them, right? Like, we've got to use some of these. And we have to be careful about what we use, because we need to make sure that we keep a copy in case we need it for, you know, an artifact. So I am thinking this Lupine Claw that gives us a bonus to attack speed because that is another one that, like, we can replace it. Right. Oh boy. Okay, some of these staffs. That is a level 43 staff. Level 15, level 8 staff. Some lower level stuff replaces itself a lot quicker because you go, like, basically you level up so much faster at the beginning of the game than you do at higher levels that I don't think that it's useful to keep things like a level 8 staff anymore. Or this level 10 bow, because we have a bunch of bows and at least some of them are level 14. Or like this one, I only kept this because it's +1 to open wound, which is great if you want to, you know, if you want to build a rogue that's going to use throwing weapons specifically, but you have to be doing that. So...
Don't die in that cold.
Our spears pierced the head of a man.
Okay. Right.
Let me guess. More amber?
This, again, this is also pretty good armor, but I keep it mostly because I like the way that it looks. It is decent with the bonus to physical damage and so forth, but again, level 15. We can replace that with a blue item. We can replace that with a blue item. This level 10 bow. Do I have... Okay, spears are one space larger. I've got so much stuff. Why am I like this? Some of these shields have got to go. That helmet can go. There's a better shield. I think this has outlived its usefulness. Oops. We'll put that there. And the Lazarus helm. And the Lazarus bracers. The Persian greaves. Can replace those greaves. There we go.
Hard to find the road in that cursed fog.
How can I be of service?
Okay, this is a Scroll of Frailty. We were hanging on to that because we needed it to construct an artifact, but we can buy another one. They're not rare. I'm going to sell that just to get back the space. Okay, good. Good.
What do you have?
Trade that out. That's a pretty decent staff, but again, I don't know if we're going to keep it because it's level 27. Staff of the Magi. That's better than that one, at least. That still gives us back inventory space. Phew-wee. Okay. +1 to Flurry of Knives. That's similar. I kept it because it's the bonus to the ability that it gave us, but... There. That's much more valuable. And these artifacts that we're not using. There we go. Okay.
Right.
Okay, that gives us back a lot of space. Clay, that shield, Gilded Buckler of the Winds. Excellent. Most excellent. Okay.
Slay some trolls for me, will you?
Sure, whatever. Okay, that is, yeah, the Scaronian helmet. Okay. All of this we can consolidate over here. We can even put that spear there. Ooh. That's not gonna go. Yeah, because everything in there is kind of tall. Okay, that's fine, though. That's fine. Yes, we want to enhance that item. And there we go. DPS breaks 500 with that. That is a huge jump, which means that it's worth it. So, unfortunately, we'll say goodbye to the foreman here. Wildly, we're still going to be using Sabretooth. But we can keep an eye out, because that means if we find another sword like this, then that's going to be another DPS boost from Sabretooth. So, we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. This is a big deal. Okay, I'm going to do a safety here because it's been a while. Let's see what Gylfi has to say. Y'all didn't get to hear his voice last time because there was no game audio, so now this time...
A spear? Oh no. So she was at that place, but not anymore? They must have taken her to their realm then, traveling back the way they once came. To Asgard. How dare they? Oh, Ylva.
I called her Yiva. It's Ylva. Okay. 20,000 experience points. Nice. Moving this right along. Ah. And now we just need some fir cone liquor for Nidbald.
No human, not even you, can follow them to Asgard from the shrine. But even if you could, it is a dangerous proposal. You are talking about assaulting the home of the gods.
I mean, we've done that twice. It's fine.
This would be beyond reach for anyone else. But if you really want to try and rescue a hero, I do know of another way. There are some tales that long ago, an ancient race that lived in what we know as the Darklands forged a connection to other worlds deep inside a mountain. A connection that mortals can pass through. Nobody has seen it Verger for a long time. Some say they have all left for these other places, but they left remnants of their culture. So if anyone can find that portal, it would be you. Nibald can take you there. He knows the route. If he objects, tell him he's a lazy bum. And that I order him to do so.
Better than fir cone liquor.
I made from Nerthus mistletoe. A god's magic against the gods. May your weapons burn them with her power.
Alright, so we've got another main story update. Well. Essence of the power of Nerthus. So check this out. I'm going to talk to Nidbald about going to the Darklands, of course. But look at this. A part of the mistletoe infused with the power of the pagan earth goddess can enchant all weapons, plus 20% damage to magical enemies, and plus 20% damage to deities. Now that is a pretty wild bonus. A very specific bonus. And a pretty wild bonus. So. We'll hang on to that. We're going to take that down here to the caravan and put it in because we may find ourselves needing it once we get to Asgard.
Yes.
I'll put it over here in a place of honor. There we go. Essence of the power of Nerthus. Now, that is a unique charm, so the only way that you can get it, as far as I'm aware, is from this quest, which means if you want more than one, like to put it on multiple weapons, you have to complete this quest multiple times. which that can be rough to do, you know. So that is definitely one that if you do put it in a weapon, you want to be sure that it's a weapon that you're willing to sacrifice to get this back when you inevitably find a weapon upgrade. Man, that would have been helpful, not against Typhon because he's a Titan, but against Hades? Ooh.
The Teutons are planning to move south. I should go with them.
Okay, so we gotta go talk to Nidbald. I'll head back out here where he was at with his ship. Now remember, we needed to get him some fir cone liquor, right? So keep your eyes on this quest, right?
Have you got my fur cone? What? What do you mean he ordered? Really? How do I know? Ah! By hell, that's just rude. Fine, get on board.
Okay, so this quest is still unchecked, right? We're gonna go to a new area. And then I will show you. Oh. There we go. See? So, there is no such thing as fir cone liquor. See, he did not want to offer services freely, demanded you fetch him a bottle of fir cone liquor first. Unfortunately for him, King Ylfi was not very pleased with that attitude towards their hero, and ordered him to do it. So there is no fir cone liquor. That's how you complete that quest. Because notice it didn't say failed or whatever, there's nothing to do but like going back. That's how you complete it. Alright, let's talk to Aldild.
Welcome. It isn't often that our fine town is graced with a foreign warrior's presence. What can we do for you? The root of the mountain? How do you even know about that? I don't know of any connection, but there is a gate that leads inside. One of my ancestors was Dverger, you know? Sealed that door tight and fast, he did. And it's been closed ever since. Funny you should ask about this now. I'd have told you that you can't get in even if you reach the gate, because they threw the keystone away. But Einstein tells me the fishmen pulled an item that was glowing out of the fjord last year, and have been crazy about it ever since. That could be something. Or not. In any case, I don't think you could get inside without finding the key first.
Okay, so there is our new MacGuffin. We've got to find the keystone to the Dverger Gate. Now, of course, Draugr, which is a very similar word, very close, are Norse zombies, the undead. What are Dverger? Well, if you play Dungeons and Dragons, you might recognize the similarity of that word to Duergar or Dwargar. So, the Dverger are dwarves.
Peace be with you, stranger. I'm Valdis this Kokana. Though no mage, I am blessed with the gift of seeing. You could say I'm the spiritual guide of this village community, such as it is. Most people here know very little about the Verger ruins, except that one shouldn't venture into them. I'm trying to gather knowledge about what happened, and why they chose to lock themselves in behind that gate. I've seen glimpses of suffering, strife, and betrayal. But even so, I can't tell you much, except that Old Hield's description of the gate seems accurate, and that the restless Verger souls are indeed guarding it. I can't risk visiting them, let alone going inside, but you may be able to. If you find anything on your way that could teach us more about their history, I would be grateful to hear it.
This is another quest that, of course, it's just a side quest. You know, like all of the others, one that you just kind of do in passing if you explore. Now, the reward is very good because you get 2 free skill points, which is awesome. But it's still one of my favorite quests in the game just because of the nature of it. It's a little different from go here and kill that, right? It's kind of like the one where you have to go around and collect the dyes for the Weaver back in Glauberg. That's my favorite quest in the game, probably. But this one is up there. I like that. Just the historical or kind of archaeological flavor to it is a little bit different than what you would normally find in a game like this, and it's a nice... even though you're still going to kill a horde of monsters and ransack a cave to find what she wants, it's a nice change of pace from the overall flavor of the game itself and what it's kind of handing you.
My lord, how I hate these cursed fishmen. They seem to be everywhere, and you cannot fish in peace with them swimming around. Nor can you eat them when one ends up in your net, because they taste even worse than they smell.
They're gonna hear you talking, my guy. Oh, that makes me remember...
Shut up. No, you shut up.
The talk of fish people in the sea there makes me remember Icewind Dale and the naiad or nereid or whatever she is that lives in the lake. And if you've not seen that series, of course, it's on my YouTube channel. Go over there and you can find the whole thing. Squabbling brothers.
My arrogant brother refuses to honor the fact that I am the better weaponsmith, like our dear father was, and that he would have wanted his life's work to be continued, and his knowledge preserved, not have his smithy turned into a clothes shop.
My younger brother refuses to accept the simple fact that I am his elder, and therefore I inherit the smithy. Whether I sell only metal armor there, or colorful garments too, is none of his business. It is quite literally my business.
So, maybe the chiefess can help settle the disagreement. We're going to go back and talk to Audhild. This is a silly little quest.
I have other things on my mind too, you know. Ulfgrim and Trigbold have been bugging me about that house all day, but none of them has really convinced me.
I should zoom in so you can see Audhild a little bit better. Alright. This way. So, what we need to do here...
Doesn't even have the gold to pay me for my share right now. I would have enough, because I worked for it. Like I always had to work for things. He just got with no effort.
Of course I will compensate Ulfgrim for his share. But first, I need to decorate and acquire materials to get the shop up and running. This town needs a proper vendor, and it's not like he needs the gold right now.
See, so they both kind of have good points on both sides, as well as, like, bad attitudes.
Trigbold only ever wants to do things his way, because he is the elder. But when it comes to father's legacy, I say enough is enough.
He never had much respect for rules, but that doesn't change the fact that the smithy is rightfully mine.
Being a smith isn't a mere craft. It's holy. Our secrets are guarded over generations, because good iron means you can defend yourself.
And it's not like father didn't teach me anything. I can still use his knowledge to make armor. I just prefer not to make tools for killing.
Could you help me out here? You know I'm right.
Could you maybe help settle this? You know I'm right.
So, they both are convinced that we know they're the correct one, right?
Well, I can't give you any guarantees that what the Irsians have is the key. But it's worth...
Oh, she's talking about the keystone.
In the worst case, you can give those watery vermin a good beating. And if it is something magical, it is probably better if they don't have it.
Well, that's fair enough anyway. Okay, so as for Ulfgrim and what's his name? Tigboard, I think. Trigboard. There we go. So yeah, we've heard pretty much everything that they have to say. Like I said, this is kind of a silly little side quest. But again, much like the Dvergr history one, it's a fun departure from, like, what else, what else you need to, or you're doing in the game. So, there are a couple of ways to solve this quest. Now, one of them, we have actually already skipped over. See, you need an item to complete this quest. Okay? There's another side quest. One is called the Craftsman's Passion, and you become able to make a necklace from that one. So we will get that quest in a little while, and then we can make the necklace that we get the blueprints for, and come back and use that to decide who we think should inherit the shop. The other alternative is that when we are escorting that sheep, Gisel, we can let her die. And if she dies during the escort quest, we get her pelt. And if we give that pelt to Aldhild, then she will let us go ahead and make that decision. So that is our booby prize, I guess, our consolation prize for if we fail that escort mission, so to speak. Which you can't really fail it. It's just a different method of completion. But if you let Gisel die, then when you get here, you can immediately complete this quest instead of waiting until later and having to come back. So you heard them talking about the fjord, where the keystone's at. Well, when we go to the fjord, that's where we'll get the other quest. We'll make that necklace, which involves a bunch of those lupine claw beast charms that we've been using on our weapons, right? So it's great that we have a bunch of those saved up. And then we can come back once we have that necklace and we can make the decision then. So, y'all will have to tell me which one you prefer. Do you want Ulfgrim to inherit the shop, or do you want Trigboard to inherit the shop? So, the difference is Trigboard wants to open an armor shop. He won't sell weapons, but he will sell a variety of armor, including caster armor as well as warrior armor. If Ulfgrim inherits the shop, then he will open a weapon shop. He does sell some armor as well, I think, maybe, if I remember correctly, but mostly he sells weapons. That's the big difference. So do we want an armor shop, or do we want a weapon shop here in Kalpanger? So you let me know, and I don't care which, because I've done it both ways just to see, what was what. And the difference is the type of shop, but we're still, like, the chances that we're going to buy a whole lot from them anyway doesn't make that much difference. So if y'all just like one of their attitudes better than the other, that is totally fine. So let me know when I upload this to YouTube in the comments there. Tell me which brother you would like to inherit the shop. Or go ahead, DM me here on Twitch. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Pillow Fort, and so on. And you can message me there too and tell me what you think. And when we come back next time, this will be one of the things that hopefully we'll be able to get done in the next episode. But for now, we're going to go ahead and call it here. This is the end of this particular Titan Quest stream, but I will be back with more of the game next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always. That is New York and Miami time here in the U.S. And I hope that you will join me then, and join me too on Mondays when Specific Pixel is playing the OG Final Fantasy VII for the very first time. And join me on Saturday for my first blind playthrough here on the channel with Betrayal in Antara, a game that I am already quite enjoying and which I missed the first time around, so I'm glad that y'all picked it out for me. I will look forward to seeing you at all of those streams, or at least as many as you can make. And until next time, as always, thanks for playing.
If you think life is easy here, I can tell you it's not. We have fish true, but that's about the only thing Freya has given us in abundance. I am farming this cold soil, but the yield is very low. Much of our other food comes from trading furs.
Trading furs sounds like a euphemism.